Imagine standing in a forest. Around you are towering trees, singing birds, colorful insects, and fresh green plants. Everything you see depends on something hidden just beneath your feet. Soil may look like ordinary dirt, but it is one of the most extraordinary natural systems on Earth. It supports forests, farms, wildlife, rivers, and even our cities. Without healthy soil, there would be no food to eat, no forests to protect wildlife, and no stable climate to support life. Throughout history, people have built civilizations wherever rich soils allowed crops to grow. From the great river valleys of Egypt and Mesopotamia to the fertile plains of India and China, healthy soils helped shape human history. In this lesson, we'll discover that soil is far more than crushed rock. It is a living ecosystem filled with countless organisms working together every second of every day. Welcome to the secret world beneath our feet. At first glance, soil seems simple. Pick up a handful and you'll see tiny pieces of rock, bits of dead leaves, moisture, and perhaps a few insects. But hidden inside that handful is an entire living community. Soil is made from 5 important ingredients. Tiny mineral particles come from rocks that slowly break apart over thousands of years. Organic matter comes from plants and animals that have decomposed. Water fills the small spaces between soil particles. Air occupies the remaining spaces, allowing roots and animals to breathe. The 5th ingredient is the most surprising: living organisms. Billions of bacteria, fungi, earthworms, mites, insects, and microscopic creatures live underground. They recycle nutrients, build soil structure, help plants absorb water, and create conditions that allow life above ground to flourish. Scientists estimate that a single teaspoon of healthy soil may contain billions of microorganisms representing thousands of different species. Soil is not simply a place where plants grow. Soil itself is alive. Soil doesn't appear overnight. It is created through one of Earth's slowest natural processes. Everything begins with solid rock. Wind, rain, freezing temperatures, and sunlight gradually break the rock into smaller pieces. Tiny pioneer organisms such as lichens and mosses begin growing on these bare surfaces. As these organisms live and die, they add organic matter. Small plants take root. Their roots crack the rock even further. Animals and microorganisms arrive, mixing minerals with organic material. Over hundreds and often thousands of years, thin layers slowly become deeper soils capable of supporting forests and complex ecosystems. 5 major factors control this remarkable process. Climate determines how quickly rocks weather. Parent material provides the minerals. Living organisms build organic matter. Relief, or the shape of the land, controls water movement and erosion. And finally, time allows all these processes to work together. Every soil on Earth tells the story of these 5 factors working together across centuries. Just as biologists classify plants and animals, soil scientists classify soils. Different soils have different properties. Some are rich in nutrients, others store enormous amounts of carbon. Some hold water extremely well, while others drain rapidly. By classifying soils, scientists can compare landscapes across the world, improve farming practices, protect ecosystems, and better understand how soils respond to climate change. Soil classification gives us a common language for understanding one of Earth's most valuable natural resources. We've learned that soils form in different ways depending on climate, rocks, living organisms, landscapes, and time. Now let's travel around the world to see how these natural forces have created some of Earth's most remarkable soils. Each one tells a different story about the place where it formed. Our first stop is along the Great River floodplains. Every year, rivers carry tiny particles of sand, silt, clay, and organic matter downstream. During floods, these materials spread across the surrounding land like a fresh blanket of nutrients. Over many years, these repeated deposits build deep, fertile soils known as fluvisols. These soils have supported agriculture for thousands of years. In fact, many of the world's earliest civilizations grew beside rivers because these fertile floodplain soils produced reliable harvests. Even today, many of the world's most productive farming regions are found on river floodplains. Next, we enter cool, wet peatlands. Here, water covers the ground for much of the year. Because there is very little oxygen in these waterlogged conditions, dead plants do not fully decompose. Instead, they slowly accumulate to form thick layers of organic material called peat. These peatland soils, known as histosols, may not seem very exciting at first glance, but they perform one of Earth's most important environmental services. They store enormous amounts of carbon that would otherwise enter the atmosphere as carbon dioxide. Protecting peatlands is therefore important, not only for wildlife, but also for helping slow climate change. Our journey now takes us to the semi-arid tropics, where the ground behaves in a surprising way. These are vertisols, often called shrink and swell clay soils. During long dry seasons, the clay loses moisture and contracts, opening wide cracks across the land. When the rains arrive, the clay absorbs water, expands, and the cracks close again. This constant movement naturally mixes the soil and keeps it fertile, but it also creates challenges. Roads, buildings, and even house foundations can crack if engineers do not understand how these soils behave. Farmers too must manage them carefully to make the best use of their remarkable fertility. Finally, we arrive in landscapes shaped by volcanoes. When volcanoes erupt, they cover the land with ash and other mineral-rich materials. Over time, weathering and living organisms transform this volcanic ash into fertile soils called andsoils. These soils are light, porous, and excellent at holding both water and nutrients. That makes them ideal for growing crops such as coffee, tea, fruits, vegetables, and many other high-value crops. Some of the world's most famous farming regions, from Japan and Indonesia to parts of Central and South America, owe much of their agricultural success to these volcanic soils. Our final stop in this section takes us to the great temperate grasslands. Beneath these vast open landscapes lie deep, dark soils known as Chernozems, often called black earth soils. For thousands of years, the roots of grasses have died, decomposed, and added layer upon layer of organic matter to the soil. This has created one of the richest agricultural soils on Earth. Today, many of the world's wheat, maize, barley, and sunflower crops are grown on these extraordinary black earth soils. Although each of these soils formed under different conditions, they all remind us of an important idea. Soil is not the same everywhere. Every landscape creates its own unique soil, and every soil helps shape the plants, animals, and people who depend upon it. Our journey now takes us from the warm, wet tropics to the frozen edges of the planet and finally into the heart of our cities. In humid tropical regions, heavy rainfall and high temperatures shape deep red soils known as ferrosols. Their red color comes from iron-rich minerals left behind after long periods of weathering. These soils often support lush tropical forests, but they can be challenging for farming because many nutrients are quickly washed away or stored in the living forest itself. This is why tropical soils need careful management. Protecting organic matter, tree cover, and plant roots helps keep these soils alive and productive. Now we move to a very different world, the tundra. In polar regions, soils called cryosols remain frozen for much of the year. Beneath the surface lies permafrost, ground that can stay frozen for centuries. Because cold slows decomposition, plant remains and carbon can remain locked in the soil for very long periods. This brings us to an important climate connection. What happens when frozen tundra soils begin to warm? As permafrost thaws, trapped organic matter can begin to decompose. This may release greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, adding to global warming. So tundra soils are not just remote frozen landscapes, they are climate warning systems, helping scientists understand how a warming planet may change in the future. Our final stop is the city. Urban restoration soils, or technosols, are soils shaped or rebuilt by people. They may be found in parks, reclaimed land, restored wetlands, roadside plantations, and former industrial areas. These soils show that humans can damage land, but we can also help repair it. With good design and care, urban soils can support trees, absorb rainwater, reduce heat, provide habitat for wildlife, and bring nature back into cities. Together, these four examples remind us that soils exist everywhere. from tropical forests and frozen tundra to the streets and parks around us. Each soil has its own story, and each one plays a role in biodiversity, climate resilience, and the future of life on Earth. We've now explored some of the world's most important soil groups. At first, they may have seemed completely different from one another, but when we compare them side by side, some fascinating patterns begin to emerge. Every soil is shaped by the environment in which it forms. Climate, rocks, plants, animals, water, and time all leave their mark, creating soils with unique characteristics and special roles in nature. Some soils, like fluvisols along river floodplains and chernozems of the temperate grasslands, are naturally fertile and support some of the world's most productive agriculture. Others, such as histosols found in peatlands, are less important for farming, but play a vital role by storing enormous amounts of carbon, helping to regulate Earth's climate. Vertisols remind us that even fertile soils can present challenges. Their shrinking and swelling clays require farmers and engineers to understand how the soil behaves throughout the seasons. Undersoils, formed from volcanic ash, combine excellent structure with high water holding capacity, making them exceptionally productive for many crops. In contrast, feralsols of the humid tropics require careful management to remain fertile, while cryosols of the Arctic act as important indicators of climate change because they contain vast stores of frozen carbon. Finally, technosols show that people can restore damaged landscapes by creating healthy soils where nature has been disturbed. Although these soils differ in color, texture, fertility, and the environments where they occur, they all perform essential ecosystem services. They support biodiversity, store water, recycle nutrients, produce food, and help regulate the Earth's climate. This comparison reminds us of one important scientific idea. There is no single best soil. Every soil has evolved to perform particular functions within its own ecosystem. Together, the remarkable diversity of Earth's soil supports the equally remarkable diversity of life above them. As you'll discover next, protecting this diversity is one of the keys to building healthy ecosystems and a more climate-resilient future. Throughout this lesson, we've traveled across mountains, river valleys, tropical forests, wetlands, grasslands, frozen tundra, and even modern cities. Along the way, we've discovered that soils come in many forms. But why does this diversity matter? The answer is simple. Different soils perform different jobs, and together they help keep our planet healthy. Some soils are especially good at storing water, helping plants survive during dry periods and reducing flooding after heavy rain. Others recycle nutrients, allowing forests and crops to grow year after year. Some provide homes for extraordinary communities of microorganisms, insects, fungi, and earthworms that keep ecosystems functioning. And some soils play a remarkable role in regulating Earth's climate. Let's look at one remarkable example. Peatland soils, known scientifically as histosols, cover only a small part of the Earth's land surface. Yet they store enormous amounts of organic carbon that has accumulated over thousands of years. In healthy peatlands, waterlogged conditions slow the decomposition of dead plants. Instead of quickly returning carbon to the atmosphere, the carbon remains locked safely within the soil. But when peatlands are drained, burned, or degraded, that stored carbon can be released as greenhouse gases, contributing to climate change. This is why protecting peatlands benefits both biodiversity and the global climate. Sometimes a relatively small ecosystem can make an extraordinarily large contribution to the health of our planet. Soil diversity is also one of nature's greatest tools for building climate resilience. As our climate changes, no single soil can solve every challenge. Some soils are better at storing water during droughts. Others absorb heavy rainfall and reduce flooding. Some store large amounts of carbon, while others support forests and grasslands that protect landscapes from erosion. Together, this diversity helps ecosystems adapt to changing environmental conditions. Just as biodiversity makes nature stronger, soil diversity makes landscapes more resilient. Beneath every forest, grassland, farm, wetland, and garden lies another hidden community. Billions of bacteria, fungi, insects, mites, nematodes, and earthworms depend upon healthy soils for their survival. These organisms recycle nutrients, improve soil structure, break down organic matter, and help plants absorb water and minerals. Different soils provide different habitats, allowing different communities of organisms to thrive. This is why soil diversity and biodiversity are so closely connected. Protecting soils means protecting the countless forms of life that live within them. By now you've probably noticed something remarkable. Soil is connected to almost everything around us. It connects rocks to plants, plants to animals, water to rivers, forests to the atmosphere, agriculture to food security, biodiversity to climate resilience. Even our own lives depend upon the health of the soil beneath our feet. Although we often cannot see it, soil quietly supports nearly every ecosystem on land. It truly is the living foundation of life on Earth. Before we finish this lesson, let's remember the most important ideas we've discovered. Soil is far more than dirt. It is a living ecosystem. Healthy soil is made up of minerals, organic matter, water, air, and an astonishing diversity of living organisms. Soil forms slowly through the combined action of climate, parent material, living organisms, landscape, and time. Different environments create different soils, each with its own unique characteristics and important role in nature. Healthy soils support biodiversity, produce food, regulate water, store carbon, and help ecosystems adapt to climate change. And finally, protecting soils means protecting our future. Every forest, every farm, every river, every city park, and every meal we eat depends in one way or another on the remarkable living world beneath our feet. Knowledge check. You've reached the end of lesson 1. Now it's time to see how much you've learned. The next 5 questions will help you review the most important ideas from this lesson. If you're using the student workbook, write down your answers before checking them. Remember, the goal isn't simply to get every answer right. The goal is to understand how soils support life on Earth. Let's begin. Question 1. Which 5 components make up healthy soil? Pause the video now and write down your answer in your workbook before continuing. When you're ready, continue the video. The answer is, healthy soil contains 5 essential components: mineral particles, organic matter, water, air, and living organisms such as bacteria, fungi, insects, and earthworms. Together, these components create a living ecosystem that supports plants and countless other forms of life. Question 2. What are the 5 factors that control how soil forms? Pause the video now and write down your answer before continuing. When you're ready, continue the video. The answer is, the 5 soil-forming factors are climate, parent material, living organisms, relief, which means the shape of the land, and time. These 5 factors interact over hundreds or even thousands of years to create the many different soils found around the world. Question 3. Why are peatland soils so important in helping to reduce climate change? Pause the video now and write down your answer before continuing. When you're ready, continue the video. The answer is, peatland soils store enormous amounts of carbon because dead plant material decomposes very slowly in waterlogged conditions. As long as peatlands remain healthy, much of this carbon stays locked safely in the soil instead of entering the atmosphere as greenhouse gases. Protecting peatlands therefore helps protect Earth's climate. Question 4. Why do different parts of the world have different kinds of soils? Pause the video now and write down your answer before continuing. When you're ready, continue the video. The answer is, different regions have different climates, rocks, plants, animals, landscapes, and lengths of time for soil to develop. These differences produce the wide variety of soils found across the Earth, each adapted to its local environment. Question 5. Why is soil diversity important for biodiversity and climate resilience? This question brings together the main idea of the entire lesson. Pause the video now and write down your answer before continuing. When you're ready, continue the video. The answer is, different soils perform different ecological functions. Some store water, some recycle nutrients, some store large amounts of carbon, others provide habitats for diverse communities of living organisms. Together, this diversity supports biodiversity, strengthens ecosystems, and helps landscapes become more resilient to climate change. That is why protecting soil diversity is an important part of protecting our planet. Knowledge check complete. Excellent work. Whether you answered every question correctly or found a few of them challenging, you've taken another important step in understanding the hidden world beneath your feet. If any answers surprised you, take a few minutes to review the lesson and compare your responses with the explanations you've just heard. Scientists learn by asking questions, observing carefully, and building their understanding one discovery at a time. In the next activity, you'll move beyond remembering facts and begin applying what you've learned through reflection and real-world observation. Let's continue. As we reach the end of Lesson 1, let's take a moment to reflect on the remarkable journey we've just completed. We began with a simple question: what is soil? Along the way, we discovered that soil is far more than the dirt beneath our feet. It is a living ecosystem, built slowly over thousands of years through the combined action of climate, rocks, living organisms, landscapes, and time. We explored the extraordinary diversity of soils found across our planet, from fertile river floodplains and volcanic landscapes to peatlands, tropical forests, frozen tundra, and restored urban environments. Each soil has its own unique characteristics, yet every one performs essential functions that make life on Earth possible. These are the key ideas to remember. Healthy soil is a living ecosystem. Different environments create different kinds of soils. Soil diversity supports biodiversity. Healthy soils produce food, store water, recycle nutrients, and help regulate Earth's climate. And when we protect soils, we help build a more resilient future for people and nature. One of the most important ideas in this lesson is that soil connects everything. It connects the rocks beneath us with the forests above us. It connects rain falling from the sky with the rivers that flow across the land. It connects tiny microorganisms with towering trees. It connects farmers growing crops with families sharing meals. It connects biodiversity with climate resilience. Every ecosystem on land depends, in one way or another, on healthy soil. Although we rarely notice it, the living world beneath our feet quietly supports the living world all around us. Learning about soils is only the beginning. The more we understand nature, the better prepared we are to protect it. As you continue your learning, observe the world around you with fresh eyes. Look at the ground beneath a forest, beside a river, in a garden, on a sports field, or even in a city park. Ask yourself questions. Why does the soil look different here? What plants are growing? How much water does the soil seem to hold? What living things might be hidden beneath the surface? Every landscape has a story to tell, and its soil is often the first chapter of that story. Curiosity is one of the most valuable tools any scientist can develop. In our next lesson, we'll leave the world we can easily see and enter a world that is almost entirely hidden from view. Beneath every handful of healthy soil lives an astonishing community of bacteria, fungi, earthworms, insects, mites, nematodes, and many other organisms. Most are too small to see without a microscope. Yet together, they recycle nutrients, build soil structure, support plant growth, and help ecosystems remain healthy and resilient. Scientists call this extraordinary hidden community soil biodiversity. In Lesson 2, you'll discover how these tiny organisms perform some of the biggest jobs in nature. Until then, remember this: healthy soils support healthy ecosystems. Healthy ecosystems support healthy communities. And the future of life on Earth depends on understanding and protecting both. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the secret world beneath our feet. We'll see you in Lesson 2.